Welcome back to Mass Appeal. If you want more depth, connection, and joy in your relationships, you need to develop more emotional intimacy with your partner. So we have licensed therapist Christian Smith from Change Happens in Chicopee. Thanks for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Now, the phrase emotional intimacy, I think some people know, some people don't. So quickly, what is that phrase?
Well, really, it's just a fancy way of saying being close and feeling close to somebody.
Now, you have a theory that you use. It's the emotional bank account. Talk to us about that.
So the emotional bank account, we all understand a bank account, and this is just a metaphor for how we get our needs met. And so looking at our relationship as like a bank account, and we need to make deposits and withdrawals, and hopefully we make more deposits than we make withdrawals.
That would be nice, yeah, as is money in real life. So we're going to take people through a couple tips through the lens of this emotional bank account. Yeah. First thing is to check it often. You can't forget that you have the account.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's like a bank account, and you know you got to check your balance. And so this is a good thing to just have a gauge of how much am I depositing in our relationship, and also am I withdrawing. So with some withdrawals that can happen are if I'm rude, or if I'm arrogant in some way in our relationship, or if even if we have to have a difficult talk, maybe about finances, maybe about a decision that needs to happen. All of these things can put take a toll on our relationship.
And those are withdrawals.
And those would be withdrawals, yeah.
Now, conversely, a deposit, that's all the good stuff that you do. You know, running the dishwasher, a 5-minute back rub, something like that.
Well, yeah, and there are different things that you can do, but being respectful is a deposit. Being on time, honoring your partner's expectations. I mean, these are simple deposits, but there are a specific way to kind of identify what my partner's real love needs are, emotional needs.
And that's a really interesting point, because different people both show and need love differently.
Yeah.
And those are different love needs. So we have some of them. Certain people want quality time.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's just, some people will feel really loved and really close if you take time and just spend time with them. And it could be anything. It could be just going for a walk, or saying, hey, let's go to the park, let's just spend some time together. Anything that you do spending time, you know, they consider that love. And
a different type of love, some people are acts of service.
Yeah.
And now that's more like...
So that might be like the dishwasher thing.
The dishwasher, the back rubs, that kind of thing. So they need to feel love by saying, oh, this person did something for me, that's very nice of them. Another one, words of affirmation.
Yeah, words of affirmation. So that could be it could be compliments, or just letting the person know how you feel about them, expressing that in words.
Gifts. Some people are motivated by gifts, and they feel like love is shown through gifts. Lastly, physical contact's a huge one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, physical touch. Just just some people feel really loved if you just go up and give them a hug, or hold their hand. Something like that. Just the physical touch from another person makes them feel emotionally connected.
This is stuff to always go back to. You can be newlyweds or married 5 or 10 years. But this is always things to think about, because if you think about it, everyone's a different emotional type. Everyone both needs love in different ways and gives love in different ways. You need to be aware of your own, but moreover, you need to be aware of your partner's ways, because this way you're always making the other person happy.
Exactly. And sometimes we may make the mistake of, well, we know what we like.
Exactly.
And so we do that for the person. So if you're acts of service and you take out the trash or something like that, and you're looking for your wife to be happy about that, and she's more of a quality time person, she's not really that encouraged by your act of service.
Exactly. And you could be putting all your eggs in one basket, and that's not what she wants or he wants.
So you got to know what it is that really your partner connects with.
And lastly, as we talked about earlier, be aware of the emotional bank account, because it's something, and as you age and the more time you're in relationships, people get lethargic, people get used to the status quo.
Yeah, it can get stale.
If you keep making an active effort to look into the emotional bank account, you're going to be in great shape.
Exactly.
Christian, always a pleasure.
Right, great.
Thank you so much for these tips and more. Just head to our website, mymassappeal.com, later today.